Hello guys, so today I'll be showcasing the AimAssist client, for which I kept getting asked about like what it is, how it works, and what do all those settings mean. So let's start with what it is. It is basically a program which takes pictures on certain parts of your screen and then runs those pictures through a neural network which can detect certain objects, or in this case the players and the weapons and the attachments that you have equipped. This is what's important is that this is completely external. It is not a cheat. It does not read game memory, it does not write to game memory, it does not touch the game in any way possible. It is basically as safe as the script. It does nothing to interact with the game itself. So let's start with the settings on the AimAssist client. The on-off, pretty self-explanatory. The confidence, this you should only change if you have problems with false positives. For example, it is detecting trees or other objects as humans. That should not really be the case anymore, and yeah, this should stay default unless you're encountering problems. But you should know that raising it higher can make it so that certain objects are not detected at all. The activation key is basically the key that you have to hold pressed for the AimAssist to work. It does not work all the time. It only works when you're holding that specific key pressed. In this case, it's like a drop down here that's not showing up in the recording for some reason, but there's like multiple options. In my case, I prefer holding the middle mouse button when it does the detecting, but there's like certain options such as right click, left control, tab, Q, E, whatever. There's a few options available here. Now let's jump to the debug button. Debug button is used for troubleshooting. It makes another window in which you can see what the AimAssist is seeing at the current time. In this case, I have it hidden on the recording, but let me enable that. So this is the window that it spawns. None of this is actually visible in game. This is how I have it set up, so you can see what I'm talking about on the recording, but neither the client nor the window that just spawned can be seen in game. If you want to see them in real time, like have them in the video here, you need to have a second window where you drag them and then you can see whatever is happening. But anyway, do not check this debug option unless you want to see what the AimAssist is seeing. It has no other purpose, and you should not play with this open. It can like use more resources. So now to the targeting settings on the AimAssist, the acceleration factor. What it does. Let me explain here. So now, for example, when I'm holding the middle mouse button, you can see there's the pictures are updating in the little window on the bottom left. That is what the AimAssist is seeing. Whenever it detects a target, it puts like a red dot on them, and then you see an arrow pointing to where it's trying to drag your mouse to. In this case, you can see like as soon as it sees the target, it just drags towards it. Now, what this acceleration factor does, this is the speed with which it drags towards the target. Setting it to 1, for example, makes it really slow and smooth. Like you can see, when it's further away, it has a certain acceleration, and then as it approaches the target, it slows down. This functions pretty much like a soft aimbot. It slowly drags towards your target. Nothing obvious, but yeah, it's pretty slow. This is so if you want to get really sneaky with it. As you increase this acceleration factor, that speed gets higher and higher. I prefer to play with it on 3. It's the middle ground, basically, and it's pretty comfortable. Now, you can also go much higher, maximum. I don't really recommend the maximum because it's really aggressive, and if it can also cause some bouncing around. It's not happening in this place, but like overreach the target, then it bounces back and forth, something like that. But yeah, it's not recommended. It's best to keep it between silent aim, which is on acceleration factor 1, and maybe 5 if you want it to be like really fast and snappy on the target. D-box width and D-box height. This is the size of the detection window that you're seeing on the bottom left. If I make this smaller, let's see what happens. So it makes that window smaller. This is very useful to personalize when you want the AimAssist to work best. If the window is smaller, it's better for faraway targets. Because you have like a really big detection window and multiple targets, it can cause the target to jump, the aim to jump between targets. This is because if you're using like iron sight and it drags onto the target, it loses tracking temporarily on the target. Then it's going to jump to the next one nearby. So that is why you want to reduce or increase the detection box window dimensions depending on your use case. Again, it's probably the best to keep it in the middle ground. 4, 4 or 5, 5 values in here. It works best. Like you can detect from pretty close, from pretty far away as well, without having multiple targets interfering with your detection window. You can see it works pretty decently. The vertical offset, this is actually a new feature introduced in the latest patch. It allows the aimbot or the AimAssist to target lower. Like for example, now you can see the dot is somewhere around chest or neck level. It depends how close you are to the target, how far away. Like from here, it's pretty much on the neck or next to the head. But if you play a lot with iron sight, you want to use the vertical offset, because when you aim on the target with the iron sight, you cover almost the entire body, depending on the distance you're at. So if you play a lot of iron sight, you want to increase the vertical offset so that the body is visible when you're aiming with it. For example, let's take this off. And let's use the AK for a better example, like this. See, in here it's barely detecting the head a bit, but if you're not careful, you can like lose detection. In this case, it's very useful to drag it down the target. Let's do that. Let's increase the vertical offset. So now it's aiming a bit lower. In here, it's a lot more easy to keep track of the target, since the AimAssist needs to see the target for it to work. So it's not reading memory, it's just using pictures. It has to see the target. In this case, you can see it working very well. It's like basically close range, but we can go further away as well. Same idea. This is again what you need. See, setting it to maximum almost like hits the legs from this distance. But as you go, yeah, as you're further away, it doesn't really, closer away, it doesn't really only target the legs, it targets the chest. Raising it back to minimum, it's gonna try to go towards the head. But yeah, for iron sight, it's not good to keep this on 0. It's like put some vertical offset. Like in simpler terms, the bigger the vertical offset is, the lower the AimAssist will try to target in the detected box. And this is purely a feature for playing with iron sight easier. Now if you just use attachment, that's pretty easy. You don't need that because you can see the target all the time. It's not really a problem. So yeah, but again, it's whatever you prefer. Those are the main features of the AimAssist. Now, if you have bought the NoRecoil as well, you can merge the two into one, which is what you're seeing here with level premium. So when you buy both, In total, it's about 60 euros. AimAssist is 30, NoRecoil is 30. When you buy both, you can come into your AimAssist client and you're gonna have here like a button with upgrade. You put the code you receive on email from the NoRecoil, and then it's gonna upgrade your client and basically merge a NoRecoil into it. Now, with the latest update, automatic detection in this part of the window has been added. What it basically does is it helps you detect what weapon you have equipped and what attachments you have equipped in order to automatically switch to the settings on the NoRecoil. So what it basically tries to do, it combines both. Like it helps you track and it also automatically switches your NoRecoil settings so that you have full NoRecoil all the time. It does this entirely with computer vision, as you can see. Currently it's equipped. Now, on off, self-explanatory, you want it to work or you want it to not work, real time. You should not play with this checked. What this does is it creates a window just like the one on the bottom left where it shows what the AimAssist is seeing, like what weapon is it detecting, what attachments is it detecting. You can also show this on the recording. See, this is basically what it does. It takes a different part of the screen and it looks at your currently equipped weapon and the attachments you have equipped. See, like it's seeing the holo sight, it's seeing the AK, and it's automatically changing those on the NoRecoil window. Like if I try to change this, it doesn't work. It changes it back to holo sight. Same with the gun section. I take this off, it stops doing that, and I can change them freely. It doesn't do any of this anymore. Now let's have it on. I guess we can showcase this since this is like a new feature on this patch. Let's change a few weapons. See, LR, no attachment. This is not detected since not needed. The HM LMG detected immediately, no problem. Changes to it. SMG, just instantly. 25, not SMG, my bad. Change a few weapons in here. SMG here. 249. And 39. As you can see, it changes pretty much instantly, so you don't have to press keybinds anymore. That's like really nice. Back to AK holo side. Let's add some barrels. You can see the barrel. It's up to silencer instantly. Let's take this out. Let's put say a muzzle boost. You can see the muzzle boost. Change it. Let's take it off. No longer there. Because of muzzle boost option. You can see all the changes on the recoil window in real time. Let's take this off and put in a ATEX or a handman sight. You can see it's working. Take this off. Put an ATEX on. Detected. Works. Yep. 16x. Go further away. You can see it. Yeah, so pretty much all of them work. You can see any combination. It's here. This one is a pretty random pattern. That is what it is. So yeah, one important thing. Attachments detections will not work while you're aiming or while the main functionality of the aimbot is working. Like, for example, when it's dragging towards a target, it will not be detecting attachments. This is to conserve resources and to make sure it's not gonna drop your FPS in game. Also, like when you're aiming, there's no reason to run detection of the attachments in this part because you cannot see the barrel, you can only see the scope. So that's just useless. There's no need to use resources like that. Let's try the MP5 again, some handmade and a muzzle boost. It can see them both. Take the muzzle boost off, instantly changes. Handmade side. Take handmade side off, instantly detected. Let's try Thompson, no attachments. Let's drop like a hollow sight on it. Go there. Also use both. Use AimAssist while you're shooting, so that even if there's like variation in the recoil, it's gonna keep on target. Not gonna go away. In my case, this means while aiming, pressing right click, I'm also pressing the middle mouse button. Let's try like a silencer. Can detect the silencer really fast. Individually as well, doesn't matter. And that's the main gist of it. Another video will follow up with using the client on PvP servers, not just in one of those aim practice servers. Yeah, if you have any other questions, make sure to send a message to me or open a ticket in Discord, and make sure to answer everything. Thanks for watching and have a good day.